Hello there everybody, it's me Alexa, and today we'll be taking a look at the Malhari full video song from the 2015 Bollywood film Bajirao Mastani. This movie is directed by Sanjay Leela Bhansali, who also did the music for this. He's also really well known apparently for creating period pieces that have like really eloquent frames and like always full of people and architecture, so I'm excited to watch this song by him and kind of start to see that a bit because that sounds awesome. And this video stars Ranveer Singh, who's also the star of the movie. The film also stars Deepika Padukone, though she won't be in this video, but I thought that was cool to mention because she did indeed marry Ranveer Singh in 2018, so that's pretty cute. The lyrics for the song are by Prashant Ingol, and the singer is Vishal Darlani. So despite this film being pretty successful, it also was still really controversial. Ranveer Singh, who's the actor in this, he's worked with Sanjay a few times, and he is known for being really versatile and like getting really into his roles. I saw that in the film Padmavat, which was another really successful film that was also controversial. Ranveer got so into the part that he ended up having nightmares and had to go to therapy for a little bit, so that says a lot about how into the characters he gets and how much he devotes himself to each movie, which is both impressive and a little frightening because he got nightmares from it. But makes me interested to watch the movie though. I definitely want to see what Padmavat's about, knowing that he had that effect from just playing the character, so I'm sure that it'd be a really impactful movie to watch. But that's not what we're looking at today. Today we're looking at the Malhari full video song, so without further ado and more rambling, let's jump right on in. I like this beat so far. I definitely see the period piece. I like his mustache. This is a very impressive shot with all the people. I like how they keep like filtering. बड़ी चली जो थी चिंगारी छोटी चिंगारी भरी 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 है मन की अलमारी आज अलमारी हुई सतरंगी चाली सतरंगी हुई सतरंगी थी जो ये रात काली खड़क धड़क भड़क सली चटक मटक फटक सली दुश्मन की देखो जो वाट लावली. That's really cool. It's a good shot. Such a well-dressed set. It's a really good intensity. That was so beautifully shot. Okay, so I didn't know any of the words said, because it was all obviously in Hindi, but I think I know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna make some guesses. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. All right, so they're all soldiers. You can kind of tell that from the attire, and then the fact they're in a tent, you can kind of just get the visual cues that they are indeed soldiers very clearly. So I'm feeling like this might be a kind of a hype song before a big battle. Maybe they're a bit nervous. Maybe they're like going to be outnumbered, or there's something else that's just like a hurdle in it, or just the fact of going into battle in itself is terrifying. No matter if you have the upper hand or not, it's always a scary thing to do. So I feel like this is a big like kind of hype song before that. That's what I got from the feel of the song. I think that Ranveer did a great job with that intensity. You could really just feel his character. It was just like kind of staring right at you. It was really well done. The set dressing, I mean, so I really see what they meant about all the people in it, because all the people were positioned so perfectly. I love there's that one shot you can see the silhouettes of people like with swords in the background, as well as there's just constant people around him, and how they utilize him as like almost, this is gonna sound wrong, but almost as like set pieces to help like make the entire aesthetic of it come together, to just look so impactful and big and motivating. So I really hope that this is like a hype song before a battle, because that's what I feel like it is, and I really don't want to be wrong. But if I am, I'll accept it. Let me know. But I may try and watch this movie though, because I thought that was beautifully shot, so I'd love to see what the whole movie looked like. The set-wise, it's so beautiful. I think that the tent itself, it was very simple, but you had those nice like the flames, and then there's a few little detailings in it, and like a few different colors, and then the curtains that they had falling to help frame shots and such, I think was really compelling and nice to watch. I mean, it just set the stage so well. And then with all those people kind of cycling through, and then that circle moment, I really love that shot. It had a really good, like, there's a movement to it. That's what, he has really good movement in this. Like with the way that everything flows together, there's constantly this movement and everything's kind of going forward. And that's also kind of why I got the battle vibes, because there were the thing of, whenever he's standing in the middle and then people like kind of come up and then they move on, the other people do. It's kind of similar to battle formations. You know, they have like the front people and then the next, and how they move along. And I wonder if maybe that is their order, or if that has anything to do with it, or if I'm just reading too much into it. But I thought that was really compelling and well put into the song. That is very clearly about soldiers at the very least, even if I'm wrong about the battle part. Yeah, it was a good song. I really liked the beat of it. It had like a nice little drum to it, and it just, you know, it was a nice little jam. So the singer Vishal Dadlani, he obviously, I mean, he works, most commonly to music composer, he works with Shekhar, and he's also sung in quite a few songs that I've listened to now, and I really do enjoy his voice. I think he has a really strong, powerful tone to it, and I think that it fit this song really well. It was definitely the right pick for it, and it just added to it even more. It's already a very strong and impactful song, and his voice lended to that perfectly. The music as well, and I assume the lyrics, I don't know what they said, but they flowed together, and how they sounded was very pleasant and seemed to fit the tone that I believe they were going for. There's nothing too crazy in this. Like, there's no hugely extravagant dance in it. There's no big, like, leaps, no, like, acrobatics. Like, there's nothing too bombastic about it, but yet it has this big feel to it because of how it is composed, like how the shots are composed, like everything on screen, the mise en scène, if you will. It's just done so well that it feels bigger than it is. Like, he has those simpler dance moves, but he does them with such an intensity, and there's all this movement around him that it makes it feel huge. And it makes it work. It just really works well. I think that this is it really says a lot about the director, the way he was able to frame everything and put everything together. And the background dancers are all phenomenal as well. Also a big shout out to whoever choreographed it, because while it is simple, it was perfect for what it was. Overall, just the movement in it was spectacular. The costuming in this was also spectacular. I think especially with playing to it is a period piece, and that is always more difficult to make sure that everything looks the period that it's supposed to whenever you are set, especially as far back as the 18th century, which they are doing for this film. And I think they did a spectacular job of because they had different costumes for people. Overall, they were soldiers, so there were groups that were all the same, but then there were separate groups with like slightly different uniforms, like slightly different headpieces, and I think that all came together to help create even bigger. It made it feel like there was so many people in there, as well as still keeping you set in the 18th century and making it feel like it is really old-timey and set back then. So just a big shout out to the costume department, because they absolutely nailed that. I think that looks spectacular, and that paired with the set and how the set was dressed and how it all looked was just really well done to help put you into that 18th century. And as well as, I feel the music as well, while it was modern, it also still had that like deep drum and stuff that kind of goes beyond time. You know, there's like certain kinds of styles of music that just feel like they could be from today or they could be from 100 years ago. And I feel like this song kind of fit into that sort of trend of it overall. Yeah, I'm interested to see a movie with this director and also this actor based on what I learned and talked about. And before watching the trailer, I think that it was, and then watching it and seeing how well that all played together, it was really, really compelling to watch, and I really want to see a movie with them, so I'll have to take a look-see and add that to my ever-growing watch list. But yeah, alright, that is all I have to say about the Malhari full video song. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe, and I hope that you all are staying safe out there and have an absolutely amazing day.